What it looks like, let me show you. I'm obviously upside down, but that's okay. There's glitter everywhere. Oh my gosh, let me get this wiped off. Just sometimes the glitter gets on the paint and then I have to pick it off and I don't like it. So let me try and get this a little bit. I am wearing my apron. So this is called the Curly Diva. Excuse me, because she does have some curly hair here, which it gets covered and you don't really tell. So it's really not necessary to have it right here. But some of her hair does stick out right here, and this part could be a scarf. So if you like wrapping your diva wreaths with the scarf, this could be where you're going to take your scarf and wrap it right here, okay? And our diva wreath rails come with the lines etched. So exactly what you see here, if you order this, this is what you get. And you're gonna see as I paint this, you can still see the lines, okay? Let me refresh this and see if it'll come up. Hi, Virginia. Well, I'm just gonna have to leave that because it's not coming up. So if you're watching on TikTok, I have my link in my bio. My business is Hot Mesh Mom, and that's where you can find everything. Now, the brown paint, I do have it in one of these bottles because I went and did a color match at the hardware store because we were running out of these little bottles so fast. So this paint is color matched to Apple Barrel Nutmeg Brown, okay? So I'm just gonna tell you the colors, and then you can always decide if you want something different when you place your order. We give you options. So I just cut a styrofoam. I had used the other side. I cut this side. So I just put some brown. I am going to be painting lots of divas today. Why isn't this coming out? So I might overfill the paint on your end, but I have more to paint. So let me pick that out of the little thing there. Okay. And then I just squish it out. I love this because we bought a quart and we just filled these up. Other than getting the little piece out of the tip there, this keeps it from getting dried out fast when I'm opening these bottles and using all of that. Okay, so the brown, I have brushes over here. The brown is all the face color. So I laid the face color first. So this is the color that we use for dark. The color we use for light is somewhere here. It's Territorial Beige. I just bought some. Here it is. So you're gonna see this is the dark color. Territorial Beige by Apple Barrel is the medium, and then the light skin is light mocha. I do have some other colors. I'm gonna do different skin tones. So, hi Gwendolyn. I don't like that brush. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, all this part, this hair right here is all black. So when I paint the brown, I'm not gonna worry about trying to stay in the line. I can go over the line a little bit because when I come back with black, it's gonna totally cover it. The outline here is gonna get a darker color, which is, I normally use chocolate bar, but my store didn't have it. So I'm using melted chocolate for the outline. The earring is gold. I like to put down a base before I put the glitter, but I use King's Gold. Okay, so that's the earring. The eye is the dark, no, the eye I think is black, and then the eyebrow is the dark. The lips are red and then outlined in the dark too. Let me just add the picture here. Let me just pull it up to make sure. Let me refresh that again. Yep, so we have a gold earring. This is all black up here. Of course, all the brown. And then the outline, the outline is dark brown. The eyebrow is dark brown. Her little nose indent here. And then outlining her lips. And then the outer line, so there's two outlines here. The outer line gets a black. Okay, so black is last. Light, we're gonna do the brown, the red, the dark brown, and then the gold, and then the black. Okay, minimize, bring this back up. I don't know why that's not coming up on my YouTube. That is so weird. Let me look at another spot. Anyways, it doesn't even matter. Okay, let's get started. Brown paint. And this is just a flat brush. You can see it's just square flat. I don't know what they're called. So I want to make sure the brown is where the brown should be. And I'm not worried about the going over the line. I don't want it to be under the line. That way, it doesn't look funky, you know? And this, if you have a chance to color match these paints, even if you get the little samples, the creaminess of the paint is so amazing. I love it. Now, I do paint over the lips because when I put the red down, it's not so translucent with the red. You see, it's not perfect. It's not clean. We're going to clean it up at the end, so it's nothing to worry about right now, especially if you're a new painter. Obviously, I'm moving pretty quickly, but you don't have to do that. Take your time. It should be, you know, it shouldn't be a pain. And then I just go back, and if there's any like little spots I missed. And that's it for the brown. Now, what I also do is I have a whole stack of divas over here that I need to paint, but I'm not going to do it with you guys because some of them are special and I don't want to mess them up. So there's the brown. Hi, Vicky. This is a heat gun, you guys. Be careful. If you're going to use this whole metal part gets heated up, and if it touches your skin, it really like ruins your day. So I'm just gonna get this with some heat. Normally, I'm painting this, putting it to the side, painting the next one, putting it to the side. I do all the bases, and then by the time I come back to this one, it's dried up. And this is going over here because it's a death machine. Because at one time I burned myself. There it is. I burned myself twice in one shot. Okay, let me pull this up. There we go. And my husband's helping on comments. Yay! Okay, so now we're gonna do the red because I need to outline the red with the brown. So we're gonna do the red, and I'm gonna be using more red later, but I'm just gonna put a little bit in there now because I think I have like 8 divas to paint, 8 different divas. And then just gonna grab a different little brush here. Do you guys have any questions? Hello, where do you buy the wood pieces from? Hello, I can't see your name because I have a glare. That's what my business is. We make and sell these, and I'm showing you how to paint them. If you go to the link in my bio, or you can just look it up, Hot Mesh Mom, and this is a curly diva. But we have different, we have lots of different styles on there. I just did, if you haven't seen my videos before, I just did one for Valentine's Day. I called her Queen of Hearts. I did another one for Mardi Gras. Her name is Marty. And I have one, I have another one that was painted by Kool-Aid for St. Patrick's Day. And it's this same one, but she has green eyeshadow on for St. Patrick's Day. But we have different ones too. So all I did was take the red and outlined the lips. You'll see the line is still there. Now look, I painted over the brown and the line is still, let me get it in the glare a little bit. You can still see the lines. So if you're worried about, you know, staying within the lines are still there for you. Now I'm going to set that aside. I have it right here. I'm going to set that aside because once this gets dried, I like to put another coat on it. I want it like nice. Okay, so the next one is the dark brown, which is going to be melted chocolate. This is my second choice. My first choice is chocolate bar, but you can see this one's empty. And my store, I only went to one store. My store didn't have any chocolate bar, so we're just going with melted chocolate. And I'm going to get another brush, and we're going to the whole outside. There's like this line right here, her eyebrow, this line all the way around, and then we're going to outline her lips all the way, this piece right here, all the way there. I'm not worried about this ring around her earring because this is all going to be gold glitter. So what I'm going to do is just leave that. I'm going to paint the gold over that, and then once everything is painted, everything is dry, we're going to put Mod Podge and glitter. Now this one too, I'm not worried about going over the line on the outside because that's going to be covered with black. Just want to make sure I get a good line on the line that's actually supposed to be brown, if that makes sense. Let me move this so you can see. I'm right-handed and I have the camera on my right side, or my phone on the right side. I should have done it the other way. I also did a diva to make her for spring. What did I call her? I called her Flora. And that one, I just threw it together. I wanted to see how it would look with some flowers in her hair, the mesh. I am going to paint this outside because I want it to all be solid when I do the black. Okay, so I'm going to have to turn this. I shouldn't have started here. I should have started here because I'm right-handed. And just take your time. I'm just dipping in there and just getting a little bit of paint on my brush, enough to not make it like too thick. I don't want it like globbing up right there. And if I need to, if this outside line looks not solid enough, I can do a second coat once it dries. Hi Sherry, hi Karen, good morning everybody. Let me see. Ask me any questions. I love teaching you how to use our products. Recently I started painting divas again for you guys. I've only done the before this past couple weeks, I guess. I only did a couple of them, so now I'm doing the other ones. Okay, now you see I went on the outside line, right? But I need to outline her lips, so I'm going to follow the line and try to keep my hand steady and see how I outlined that. Can you see that? See, my picture froze. Why is this? Facebook has not been kind to me, you guys. Just line that bottom part of her lip. I'm just going to dip back in there and then do the same thing. Follow the line. I do have my hand resting on here. If you needed to, I do, you know, arm resting on my other hand, but this one is okay. Now you can, if you like to outline with paint pens, just use a paint pen, you know. Oh, I almost dipped into the red. And then because this is going to be black, I'm going to do just inside her lip right here, because this outside part is going to be black. And then we can go back over it. We're just gonna leave that part. Isn't this cool? So her little eyelash eye right here is black. Don't worry about that. Now the eyebrow, so this is a flat, it's flat, but it has a curved. So I'm just gonna dip in and I'm gonna turn it on its side and start where this point is, and just very lightly at the point, and then start to press down a little bit more. Next time I do TikTok, I'm gonna move the phone on my other side so you can see. And then just follow the outline. Like that. And then all the way up here. Now, if you have different color hair, I would say if you know what project you're gonna do ahead of time, now this is all gonna be black, so I don't need to do that. If you know what kind of project you're gonna do ahead of time, let's say, okay, for the other one, St. Patrick's Day, if I know I'm gonna use green for my mesh up here, I might want to color this green. So if it shows through, right, it's going to blend with the mesh. So if you plan ahead like that, you can do that. This one is just going to be black. It's a default color. When you order the painted pieces from us, if you don't put a color, we paint it the color that's the default in the listing. And each listing lets you know, hey, do you want to personalize it? I know one of these I need to paint blue, which she's going to get, I think it's the scarf. So she's going to get a blue scarf and blue earrings. And if we have any questions, we reach out. I know one person ordered painted, didn't give us any instructions, so we painted it as normal. And I think each listing does say it's going to be, if nothing, if no instructions, it's going to be the default. And some lady said she didn't want one piece, like the necklace or something on it painted, like, or the earrings or something. It was something totally bizarre. And I'm like, but you didn't tell us what you wanted. So I'm just going back around because I want to like darken up this brown. I have the heater on in here, but this craft paint does dry kind of quick. This is still wet, so let's zap it. This is a Wagner, and I just got it at the hardware store if you needed a heat gun here. And I tend to go like this, which makes it bubble up. You just need to hold it back and the air. This is like a blow dryer on crack. It is so hot. So hold it back a little bit, you know, like over here. Okay. Normally, I don't use that. I just want to like darken up her eyebrow a little bit. Now, you know, skin and hair and all of that has texture to it. There's highlights, there's, you know, you have shading on your face. You might have some age spots. Every single person has different hair and different skin. So when I'm painting this, I'm okay with it not being a solid brown. there's a little bit of texture to it, right? Even like this outline here, it's not going to be solid, but it's going to make it look like her face is outlined. You see that? And then the outer line, that's why I didn't finish up here, or up right here. The outer line is going to get black. So this is black. This is all black. And I think her lips look great. But see how she's coming to life? So then I'm going to take a little bit of red again. You can even dab it off a little bit. And I'm just going to kind of fill in where it's not brown. Can you see that? A little bit more, not too much. You could even do a little bit of glitter if you want. I have this Deco Art Galaxy glitter. You gotta kind of stir it up and shake it a little bit. It's almost like it's a glue with the glitter, and you could put a little bit in there. You just take like that same brush and just put a little bit on there. Works good. Okay, so this is King's Gold. Oh, look, some came out because it's crazy. So we're just gonna take this off of here because I don't want to waste it. This doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a base for our gold earring. Make sure you stay inside the dot here too, because wherever you put gold, that's where we're gonna have to put Mod Podge. Oops, that's where we're gonna have to put Mod Podge to I think I got it all in there, to lay down the glitter. I need just a little bit, so I'm just gonna open this. If you do it this way, do not open the paint over your project, because sometimes it will add a little like dribble and it'll get on your project, and then we don't like that. So this is just for the earring. Doesn't have to be perfect because you're not going to see it anyways. We just want to bring out the color of the glitter. So whatever color of your glitter, that's what I like to use to lay down. There, see? I don't even care if there's brush strokes on it or anything. It's just for the glitter. So it's gonna look like this. And now that needs to dry. We're gonna start the black. Okay, so let me get the black. I'm gonna shake it up over here. This is just, this is the Hobby Lobby brand. I don't know if you can get it anywhere else. Hobby Lobby brand, Apple Barrel, you can get it at Walmart. And it's on its last leg. I'm just gonna put black right here. Now I am going to take one of these little brushes again. I'm gonna use one of these little liner brushes. What is this? It's like, look how sharp it is. Ooh, my hand is dry. But because it can get a nice point and it's flat, I'm gonna do it right here. Let's move this. If you like using paint markers, use a paint marker. Might be tough because you have this point right here. Okay, there's that. Now I'm gonna flip it around because I have this other point over here. And I want to get it nice and crisp right there. So let me try that again. There we go. And look, I went over the line, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna clean it up a little bit, get some on there, wipe it off. I'm gonna have, I know this is dry, I'm gonna have to rest my hand right here. There. See how pretty she is? Now I'm going to use this one. And now we're going to line the outside. I'm going to use a bigger brush to do up here. There's no way I would paint that big of an area with this little. Now you could also use your paint marker here just to do the outside. I prefer medium tips, but I'm just going to use the paint. I'm trying to be careful. Hi. That was my hubs. So if you guys are new here, my name is Carrie. I am Hot Mesh Mom. I started Hot Mesh Mom in 2017. I was still working full time. I was a corporate credit manager. We did business to business collections for the company I was working for. And I thought that was my career. I thought I was going to retire from there. And then, you know, just something changed. And I was like, I have a greater purpose. And I found it. And I was able to retire both myself and my husband from our corporate jobs. And he runs the shop. He cuts all of these things that we design. And he manages the shop, orders, incoming, outgoing, shipping, packing, sanding, you know, boxes, getting material, all of that. So he runs the shop. We're here at the shop. And we make wood products for crafters. I would say crafters, not just wreath makers, but crafters. So let's say you don't like making wreaths, but you really want a diva. I have so many videos. I haven't made this one on a live, but I'm going to. We have so many videos to help you and just inspire you. I don't want you to create the same thing that I do, right? But it's okay because that's what I'm teaching you. I want to inspire you to create your own. So if I make this one and you don't like the mesh that I used, find what mesh you want to use and use that, you know? If I did Valentine's Day and you don't want anything to do with Valentine's Day, so make a different one. It could be just like an everyday one. It could be a sorority sister. Could be like a special mom group that you're in. I don't know. So those are my thoughts. So early, I know. Well, early for us. I'm on the West Coast. So it is early. Now this over here, I'm just going to give like a little bit of space. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Give a little space because all of this is going to be black. So let's crisp out this line right here. Same thing here. Because that's all going to be Mod Podge. And then this part right here is her little hair sticking out. And you guys, I'm in Las Vegas. We are right next to the Speedway. If you don't know what that is, that's where NASCAR comes every March. So there's crazy cuckoo heads out there that just like to drive like they're out on the track. They drive like that right in our parking lot. Fun. Someone took down the stop sign right outside of our shop. They haven't put it back up, so nobody stops. It's like a free-for-all. Every man for themselves. Oh, it's too funny. So with this flat brush, I'm going to kind of wipe some of it off on the inside of this thing. Get some on here, and then there's another point right here. So I'm just going to try and draw that line. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's hair. Remember, hair is wispy. Hair might have flyaways. It might, you know, not be perfect. Like I went over the line, so we're just going to kind of clean that up a little bit. Boom. Look at that. And you can see it's not perfect. Let me wipe some of this off. Now we're gonna do the black. I need a big one because I'm just gonna use this one. Thank you for the follows, you guys. So sweet. If you're new here, welcome. So if you've never painted anything, you guys, I know enough to get by, okay? When I'm painting the edges here, I paint away from the edge. If I were to paint this way, paint come this way, I get a lot of paint excess on the edge, so you see me painting away from the edge, okay? And I want you to notice, I did not prep our wood. Our wood is MDF. It is perfect for crafters. I know a lot of people like birch. Good for you. We use MDF. It's perfect. And it, I don't have to base coat. Some colors I have to do multiple layers, which I should, like that red, if I didn't put the brown down first, it might have been really translucent, you know? But you see the brown went, now the brown is real rich and creamy because it's that exterior paint we got color matched at the hardware store. But even with the other colors like that gold, if I was just doing gold and not putting glitter right there, I would probably do another coat and clean it up and clean up the edges and all that, but we're covering it, so it doesn't matter. And you'll see another thing that I do with my divas, and for you if you're gonna paint your own divas, excuse me, you don't need to paint this whole thing. Do not waste your paint. You're gonna cover this up with mesh anyways. Nobody should see this. When you're making your wreath, nobody should see this up here. If you see it, go back and add some more, whatever you're using, mesh, tulle, cloth, whatever, right? Nobody should see this. Do not waste your paint. These lines right here are messy, but it doesn't matter. Let's clean it up. If someone out there's going crazy right now, don't go crazy. Look, I'm gonna clean up the lines, okay? Even this one right here. Okay, we're gonna make it kind of neat so it looks like, you know, it's supposed to be like that. But you don't need to waste your paint. There. It's cleaned up. So, black last. Super easy. Yes, it is easy. Give it a try. Do your skin color. This one is our dark color, Nutmeg Brown by Apple Barrel. The dark one, I prefer Chocolate Bar, but you can see it's all dried up in here. I prefer Chocolate Bar. It has just a deeper, richer, darker color, but this is melted chocolate, okay? Apple Barrel. Red, it's just red. Bright red. Use whatever color lipstick you want, and you're just gonna follow the lines. King's Gold right here, and then black, okay? So the next step is, let's get this dry, and we're gonna do the Mod Podge. If you've never done Mod Podge and glitter before, it's fun and messy. So the reason why I'm drying this is because when I put the Mod Podge on here and the glitter, I don't want the glitter sticking, flying around, because you know it's free range glitter. Okay, we don't want this flying around and getting in our paint. Hi, Debbie. I get to see Debbie later. I'm pretty sure we got all your orders done. I just finished the Valentine's ones yesterday. I just asked Richard, please go through it and make sure everything's there. Okay, I can see there's a couple pieces right there. Definitely I don't want to be wet. I'm not too worried about this out here, but I don't want this to be wet. So let me hold this back so it doesn't bubble up. Let's see, this This customer is actually a Las Vegas customer, Angela. Oh yeah, she wanted the blue, so I get to paint a diva scarf with the blue. So that's going to be next. I think it's okay. Let me just tap it to make sure. Yeah, it's not wet right there. Okay. Fun. Look at this. Isn't she beautiful? We haven't even finished her yet, but look at how nice she came to life. Now, get yourself a piece of paper because you're going to put this under where your glitter's gonna go. So I put it there. See, green glitter. Thought I got rid of you. We're gonna put the Mod Podge all over right here, and then we're gonna take this and we're gonna dump it. And then we're gonna dump this on the paper, and then we take the paper with the glitter and we're gonna put it back in there, okay? So take your paper, put it under there. Let's get this ready. I'm opening this because there's stuff that's gonna fly around over my trash can. Because it always happens, it's super staticky. Okay, we're gonna put this right here, get our Mod Podge. And all I'm gonna do, I don't want to use, I want one of these other brushes. Well, we're just, oops, that one did not go where it was supposed to go. Some of these are crusty, so we're just gonna use, look, I'm trying to break it up. Okay. Look, I already got glitter over here. So I'm just gonna take Mod Podge, look, a big old glob, because this is a huge area. And don't do what I just did. Do not open this or hold this over your project. If you drop Mod Podge, you're gonna have a spot. And I'm just following the line. I'm sorry, you're probably not gonna be able to see it because well, let me flip it this way. Being extra careful. I got a lot right there, doesn't matter. Stay in the line here. Wherever you put Mod Podge, that's where your glitter's gonna go. Okay? So if you get it on the cheek, guess what? You're gonna have glitter on the cheek. This is the part where you wanna be careful. And then just make sure it's all right there. Done. Get this away so I don't spill it. Then you're gonna take your glitter. It's open. I don't use the little hole and stuff like that. To me, it's restrictive. I'm gonna pour it on here. So we're just gonna pour it. That's the fun part, okay? And then we're gonna tap it off on the paper. I'm gonna go over here and just blow it off a little bit. But look at how nice that is. There's her earring. So let me put this over here. Now you're gonna take your opening here, your glitter. You're gonna take your paper. It's like a taco. You're gonna go like this and you're gonna dump it right back in. Tap, tap, and then nothing there. If there's stuff on there, sometimes it gets staticky and it just sticks to the paper. I just flick it off over the trash can right here. And the same thing, I'm closing this up because we don't need to be knocking over any glitter. Closing up the Mod Podge, and then now I have gold glitter everywhere. So what happens now is this gets put to the side, and it will, even though there's glitter here, it doesn't matter. We're gonna let all of this dry. We usually let it sit. We have some racks out in the shop that my husband created, and we just put all the painted pieces on there, and then he sets out his space, and then he clears it. So we use Rust-Oleum clear. He will, if there's glitter like this, he will blow it off. We have an air compressor out there. He will blow it off. So it's just glitter right here. And then he sprays all of them. And these should be ready to go out tomorrow. I'm in Las Vegas. We have like well, it's overcast and supposed to be rainy today. Normally we have no humidity. It might be 10%. Excuse me. So we don't have a problem with paint not drying. And it's really chilly out in the shop, so it should do okay. In the summer, things dry like in minutes. It's crazy. But there is the finished Diva. This is the curly Diva. Let me, on Facebook, grab, hi Stacy. Let me grab a link for you, okay? Oh, I know how to spell. Get that out of there. This is, well, if you go to diva-wreath-rail.com, it will take you to all of my Divas, okay? So that's it. This one is done. This is gonna go off to the customers. Angela, if you're watching, I hope you love your Divas. I have one more to paint for you. They get to finish it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. You can't hear me anymore. Well, what happened? I didn't do anything different. It might just be TikTok. Yeah, so I will talk to you guys later. I'm saying bye to TikTok. They say they can't hear me. I did not even touch my phone. And I hope you guys enjoyed this.